Hey everybody, I decided to make a video on Nantucket. Nantucket is an island off Massachusetts. It's right off Cape Cod. This is a Highline ferry, so obviously you have to ferry over to Nantucket or take a plane. The red seats here are the captain seats, and then the blue seats are like kind of like the ghetto, like rest of the boat. And of course, we were sitting in the red seats. It also means that you get to cut in line basically too. We did ride in the blue seats on the way back because it was full. This is leaving the port. The port that we left was, I think, Hyannis. Hopefully, I didn't mess up the name. And I time lapsed all this, so it'll be super fast, not to waste anybody's time too much. But some people might be interested. It's like a 1 hour ride on the ferry. So it's pretty long. And they do have a ferry where you can bring your vehicle over, but it is ridiculously expensive. I want to say it's like $250 to bring your vehicle, and I absolutely do not recommend that you do that. So this is what it looks like when you get there. And you can see it's super busy. And when we get to where you can see the cars, like it is just like back to back. So this right here, we're going to take a little van tour that's part of the ferry. That's where you meet to do the van tour. And the little building right there on the end, it's like literally right next to the ferry is where you go to actually check in. And obviously there's a boat dock right here where people go out on charters for deep sea fishing and stuff like that. So anyway, you can see traffic is ridiculous. It looks like they're just parked there, kind of like, but that's the traffic. It's bumper to bumper. If you leave the main stretch, when we were there, there was a farmer's market. I can't guarantee that there's always a farmer's market there, but it seems like this is pretty often. So that's kind of cool. You are going to get to see footage of us walking around the main street, the main drag. And so this is, if you compare it to Martha's Vineyard does not feel like it has as much like city kind of activity where you can actually see houses and stuff. It's more like long driveways. In contrast, there are so many neat little shops here. It is really cool to just kind of go through the shops. There's like a Ralph Lauren store. There's a sunglasses store. There's a bunch of stores that I don't even recognize the names of. There's galleries. Really cool stuff if you like window shopping. It's not just like all tourist junk. It felt a lot more high end to me for what they were selling in the actual stores. It was like things that you might actually want to purchase and take back with you. Like you can see dress shirts, not just t-shirts, dresses and stuff like that. That's a pretty well-known brand too. So you're seeing probably 50% of the main city just in this like little cut here. It's like pretty small. So the little white bus on the left is the bus that the Highline ferry service uses to shuttle you around so you can tour. It's like a 2 hour tour and very short little walk to get on the bus. And then you basically just sit on the bus. They drive you around and point out things and talk for about 2 hours. And you get to take pictures and stuff. And you get out, I think, one time to do a little photo shoot, and that's about it. Um, but this is a bus. There's going to be another bus you're about to see that's like just right here. This one right here, it says Wave on the side of it. If you decide to go on your own, this is a city bus. It's free. If you see a Wave bus, you can just jump on it. And apparently, all the city buses go back to the port. So even if you don't know the routes or anything, if you see one and you jump on it, you can get back to the ferry. I did want to point out this little section here. You see scooters, bicycles. Apparently, a lot of people come here and rent scooters and bicycles. There are bike paths like everywhere. It's pretty crazy. This is the oldest house on Nantucket. Apparently, it was a big deal. So we stopped here for a while, looking from the distance at this very old house. There isn't, to me, in my mind, a whole lot on Nantucket. It's so small. It's not like you're trying to have a tour of Chicago or a tour of Los Angeles or something where it's like you could spend days and days and days there. Um, like I was saying, here's the houses. These houses here that you're seeing are probably like $10 million, $15 million, some of them even more than that. This is like nothing compared to Martha's Vineyard for the prices of the houses. Um, the houses on like Martha's Vineyard, like Barack Obama has one, Bill Clinton has one, like all the like Jim Carrey has one. I'm trying not to name just presidents, but you don't even see the house because they have like 50 acres of land that's like ridiculously expensive and like a private security force. Think of like Crazy Rich Asians if you've seen that movie, where these are just expensive houses that look like middle class houses or slightly above middle class houses. And Nantucket is still very expensive. It's just a slightly different level of an intensity. That is the oldest working windmill, even though it's not working right now because they're taking it apart to redo it. So the windmill part of it is like laying on the ground next to it, and they've taken the siding all off it, and they're apparently it's under maintenance. But apparently, when it's not under maintenance, it's beautiful and moving, and this is a big piece of like Nantucket history that we got to see it under maintenance. But there it is. And this is a view outside the window of the bus, by the way. That's why you see all the cars going by. Um, there was a lot of driving that would just involve driving through wilderness like this. And there is a little Sahara area that the bus driver told us looked like Africa, but nobody had been to Africa before to actually know like that this is what Africa looks like. It's the kind of the area that you see behind these trees, like that kind of open barren area. That area there supposedly is what Africa looks like. Um, there's a lot of driving, basically, is what I'm saying. Like you do a 2 hour tour. This is the first telegraph, wireless telegraph. It's not a private home. This is a super, super set of expensive houses. When you look on the other side, you're going to see the Atlantic Ocean. Those are like old whalers captains. And we're still driving around. So it's like 2 hours of driving in a bus. You're looking out the window, and somebody's pointing stuff out to you. These are the highlights. There's a couple golf courses and that is one of the important lighthouses. But anyway, there's a couple golf courses. You're looking at a couple of the holes on one of the more expensive golf courses. You're going to see a lot of dead grass. And then right around the green, it looks nice and very well watered. All the golf courses that I saw in Nantucket looked the same. None of them looked like big green lush golf courses that you normally see in other parts of the United States. This is a cranberry bog, by the way, if you're wondering why we're looking at just this little lake thing. Cranberry bogs are a big thing in Massachusetts, and especially on Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. And I keep mentioning Martha's Vineyard if you didn't realize that it's another island. It's like right next to Nantucket. So Martha's Vineyard is like super elite people, and then Nantucket is like also elite, but just a little bit lower end. And then we ended the day actually getting ice cream, waiting on the ferry to go back. So it's a nice little day trip over there, and that's the video, guys. So hopefully this is helpful to somebody, and thank you.